Ready? Okay. Alright guys, my name is Courtney Youngbar, and I'm going to be teaching you guys about banding birds. Okay, so banding is when you have, when you put these little bands on a bird's leg. And why do you guys think that's important? Why do you think we do that?
Track them.
Yeah. Track was a big reason.
Classification.
Yeah, so identification basically, yeah. So if you look at this picture, sorry it's not clear, you can see there's actually four birds in there, but they all look the same. So we band them in order to kind of give them a name and basically be able to tell them apart and tell who's who. In captivity, you use birds a lot like this for research or for experiments and stuff, so you need to know which bird is which and what you're doing to each one. And then in the wild, you can also use banding for management surveys or population studies, stuff like that. So there's a whole bunch of different types of bands and colors and sizes depending on the bird and like the species that you are banding. The two main types are plastic, which is what these guys have, and then there's metal. The metal have, you can kind of tell there, they usually have a number like stamped onto them. Sometimes they have other information like an address or an institution's name or something like that, but especially for the small bands like this, you really only have room for the number. So the two main types, there's colored and then there's plastic. The colored plastic and then there's the metal. And in captivity, we always use the metal because we need to know the bird's name or their ID number. That's the most important thing. The colored ones you use more, you can use in the wild or when you want to see a quick visual and be able to identify the bird. Metal, you really need to be able to handle the bird a lot and be able to actually read the number. And then you can have up to 4 bands per bird, 2 on each leg is the room you have. So when you have a whole bunch of colors like that, you can have a lot of different combinations on how to ID them. So these are actually owls, but what I work with are called house finches. They are, I work in a lab on campus, so we work with house finches. And you guys would probably see them around campus. They're really common in this area. The male has a really, really pretty red head, and then the female is just a brown, generic little bird flying around. Have you guys heard about the aviary that they just put in behind Plantation Road at all? Are you guys natural resources? No? No? Okay. Well, there's a video going around on Facebook about it. It's really cool. It's out past like the barns and like the swine barn and stuff. They just built an aviary. My lab is actually running an experiment in there this fall. So it's very exciting. So, to band the bird, when you hold birds, you hold them in what I like to call a peace sign grip. So you take your first 2 fingers and you wrap them around the bird like that. They have a really big neck, so it's a little bit hard. And when you hold them like this, you can easily control their movement. They're not going anywhere. Yeah. So, and you can actually have a pretty tight grip on them, and it's not going to hurt them. And then you leave their chest free so they can breathe really easily. So they're just chilling there. And then you want to support the leg that you're going to band. It's a lot harder with a moving bird. And then this is called a spatula. I'll put closer. And what you do